Shalom, I'm Pastor Scott Villain with Holy Impact Ministries. And I just wanted to take a moment to say Happy 4th of July to everyone here in the States who is observing the 4th of July this year. The 4th of July is traditionally known as the day that the United States celebrated its Declaration of Independence. And I know that it's usually a day of barbecues and fireworks and family and fun. But I'd also submit to you that it is during these types of celebrations that people are oftentimes more willing to give their weapons a rest and to allow the walls of animosity to come down. Because it is oftentimes this celebration that includes family and friends and neighbors and those in our communities, that this can be an opportunity to heal wounds. It can be an opportunity to look at each other in a different light. It can be an opportunity to realize that we are all created in the image of God. The Declaration of Independence is indeed an important document, and this celebration should indeed be recognized for what it is. But I would also contend that this celebration should also be celebrated in honor of the one who has blessed this nation for the last 245 years. The Elohim of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob has blessed these great United States for the past 245 years. And for 245 years, the hand of Yahovah, the Elohim of Israel, has been upon this land and this nation and its diversity of people. This nation has been blessed abundantly, above and beyond any other nation on the face of the earth. And although there will always be those who believe that the United States was not founded as a Christian nation, I think that those of us who do our homework certainly do know better. Today, there are those who are attempting to remove the title of Christian from this nation. There are those who will scoff at the mention of the United States being founded as a Christian nation. But once again, this does not change the historical facts that are currently found all throughout of our history books. And so I'd like to challenge you this very day to do your homework. I'd like to challenge you to mark this day as a day that you would begin to study your history, to know and to understand what the Declaration of Independence is and who wrote it and why is important to remember in these last days. I would even go so far as to submit to you that it is impossible for anyone to truly understand the Declaration of Independence if they can't truly first understand and identify the definition of a Christian. Consider the Mayflower Compact. Consider what people were running from when they first came to this land. And please also consider that God or the divine is mentioned at least once in one of the 50 different constitutions that make up the United States. Nearly 200 different times God is mentioned within these individual state constitutions. In fact, more than one state mentions God more than 10 times within their constitutions. This, my friends, is important to remember. Over this weekend, as the barbecues are being fired up and the fireworks are being lit, my hope and my prayer is that we can look at each other and recognize each other as human beings. No matter what our belief, no matter what we stand for, no matter which political party that we hail from, my hope and my prayer is that we will all realize that we all come from the same place. And because we have all come from the same place, we all have been given the same opportunity. An opportunity to sign a new Declaration of Independence, a new declaration of freedom that frees us from the bondage of sin and the bondage of this world. For those of us who are true God-fearing, Messiah-following, cross-bearing Christians, this weekend can be a great opportunity to simply enjoy the company of those who are our neighbors and part of our communities. My hope and my prayer is that the world will see the light that is in us this weekend, and that our good works would precede even our faith. Remember, it is oftentimes because of our good works that do precede our faith that people are oftentimes led to ask us about our faith. Reach out this weekend and offer an olive branch to those who you might not otherwise speak to. Offer a smile to someone that you may consider your enemy. Speak a kind word to someone whose lifestyle you might disagree with. Let them know how great your God is and the love that He has for us all. It is indeed important to speak the truth boldly. But before we can speak the truth boldly, we need to gain the trust of those who we're speaking to. We need to show them the love and the peace and the joy that resides within us. We need to make them jealous of what we have before they will trust us enough to believe what it is that we're telling them. My hope and my prayer is that maybe, just maybe, one of us might gain the trust of someone who is lost. Maybe, just maybe, one of us might be able to cover a multitude of sins. Maybe, just maybe, the kingdom of our soon coming Messiah might be expanded this very weekend, and a new declaration of independence from the bondage of sin might be signed by at least one more prodigal son or daughter. That's my hope and my prayer for this 4th of July weekend. But before I let you go, I'd like to simply remind everyone that during this festive event, we should always remember that in the end, all has been heard. Fear God and keep His commandments, for this is indeed the whole duty of man. Just something to keep in mind this festive weekend. Happy 4th of July, everyone, and shalom to all of our brothers and sisters, past, present, and future.